Hey, it's Caroline, career and leadership coach. And today I wanted to dive in and talk to you about how you can set yourself up for success in 2023. And the reason this subject came about is because I've been talking to a lot of my clients, and time seems to elude them. They start off the year super strong with ideas about where they want to go, ideas about if they want to be promoted, have a salary increase, increase the scope of the roles, and so on. And then life happens, career happens. They end up with putting out fires, a to do list that's longer than anything. And they just like, they get into the situation of focusing on the doing rather than really focusing on what they really want. And when I talk about what you really want is everybody ideally wants to be in an environment where they feel fulfilled, challenged, authentic, where they get paid what they're worth. And so when you focus on just the doing in the beginning or focus on a particular area within your career and delivering the projects and executing all those tasks that you have on a daily basis, it's one thing, but you do it, and in the beginning it might be challenging, but if you do it over and over and over again, then it gets really mundane. It gets almost a little bit boring, and you're looking for a new challenge, but you can't focus on what that looks like and really achieving that. And you staying because you're stuck in like too much like tactical work. And so it's a never ending story because you always get pulled back in that executional work and really delivering those projects. And I think earlier this year I hosted a round table for women in leadership, and one of the questions I asked people, and what I want you to think about, is do you have a great reputation at work? And this can be subjective, I agree, but do you have a great reputation at work? And I said, like, put your hands up, and a lot of people put their hand up. And so it's like, okay, but does your reputation reflect your full potential? Nobody put their hand up. And so my question to you is your reputation matching up? And if not, what are you capable of that is not reflected? And so I believe very strongly in a 90-day like plans. And so in the beginning of even my career and even in the beginning of my business, people just used to say to me, you have to have a yearly plan and map it all out. And I was mapping things out. And then I had my first baby. Okay, plans changed, dynamics change. So every time I would get discouraged because I would set these goals and have these plans and spend a few hours on completing them, if not days, to actually refine them. And then basically things would happen, things would change. And so it was so frustrating for me. So if this sounds like you, and I've seen that in careers all the time, is people like have that this goal that they want to achieve. And goals can be like very specific in terms of like increasing salary, getting promotion, getting a promotion, landing a new job. It can be very specific, but it also can be very holistic, like a feeling that you want to have. Like my goal is to have freedom. My goal is to have autonomy. My goal is to increase my wealth. My goal is whatever it is. So you can have like these other things that are not that specific, because specificity, and I know that people talk about smart goals all the time, but for me it didn't work. And I'm talking about me personally, so it might work really really great for you, but sometimes that specificity just locked me in, constrained me a little too much. Now, for those that actually feel the same way, there are other ways to actually achieve that. And like breaking down from a yearly plan to a 90-day plan is absolutely empowered me to achieve the things in my business, in my career, and for my clients on a much faster rate. And that is what you want. You don't want to spend time mapping out something that is basically going to frustrate you and disappoint you because you're not sure like if you're ever going to reach it, because 12 months is a long time. We all know it. We have COVID happening, we have recessions happening, we have like lots of things in our environment that basically that we don't that are not in our area of influence or control. So but what we can control is our behavior ourselves, the actions we take to get closer to our goal. So one of the things that I love is my goals are my like or my vision is my North Star. And so that creates that embodies like not only my values and my strengths that I have and the talents and the aspiration, that all combined is the goal that I'm focusing on. And so by breaking it up in 90 days, I get so much more traction because I don't feel the pressure and the weight on my shoulders to actually like do and complete everything, like all these different things that I have to do. It's like looking at a mountain. It's like, oh my god, how am I going to ever climb it? Or how am I going to go around it? Because some people are smart, so like, oh yeah, okay, let's go around it about instead of over it. Anyway, whatever you do, it doesn't matter. It's like you in point A, you want to be in point B. So basically, what I started doing personally for myself is focusing on one thing. And then after 90 days, evaluating where that was. And that thing in 90 days, or that thing would bring me closer to my bigger picture. But I wasn't restricted to it. And it was very easy and simple because I like to simplify things. I have 3 kids. I do not have time to actually have complex things. I like to focus on one thing for 90 days I can commit to, because 90 days is long enough to make a difference, but short enough to be still agile and flexible and change the things that needs to be changed. So basically, I worked for those 90 days. For me, showing up was really important. So I set myself a target to show up with whatever frequency that I was committed to. And I used the strategy that I've learned from Todd Herman, which is called the GBB approach. And the GBB approach, love it, is like good, better, best. So for me, showing up, what was good is like one time a week. For me, showing up, like that was even better, was like maybe like 2 times a week. For me, showing up, the best would be like 5 times a week. So I had 3 goals, and that made it like the good can be what you assume or label, because we all put labels on things. That could be what you label as that is realistic. And the better is like something like, oh my God, I will do a happy job. And the best is like, holy moly, holy shit, holy fuck balls. Like, this is out of this world. I did not expect any of this. And that's basically what you want to set for yourself. And that's what will drive you to achieve those results. But focusing on one thing for those 90 days is absolutely going to make a massive impact. Even though it might seem small, it will make an impact. So, for example, I've implemented the 90-day plans and system with a few of my clients, and to actually see like what works for me, is that going to get the same results for them? And the people that procrastinated, people that actually felt like, oh my God, I followed the shiny object constantly from left, right, center. I would do things. People that would be stuck in the doing too much and said, like, I don't have time, Caroline, to focus on strategy. People that actually were like so stuck in their ways and really being in their comfort zone that they possibly couldn't see that there was space to create that 90-day and commit to that 90-day plan and have that transform the way they are operating in their career. because it basically it enables you to shift from having a default career, because everybody has like a career path, whether you're happy with it or not, that's a different thing. But a default career is like when you're drifting from job to job and just going with the flow, and people tap you on the shoulder and say like, hey, do you want that promotion? And you think like, hey, they want me, why not thinking if this is really bringing you closer to your North Star or further for your North Star. And that's how people end up doing things and ending up like being like experienced, and like at the end of their career thinking like, how did I end up here? I did not want to do that. I made so much sacrifices. I did so many things, but half of the things didn't fulfill me, didn't challenge me. And we spend so much time at work, you better make the most out of it. So, what you want to do is shift from being like drifting and being default and going from job to job and career moves that might seem like a bad decision in hindsight, is like becoming intentional. And this whole 90-day process is becoming intentional, because we just like do not stop. We don't have time to stop, Caroline. Heard this so many times. But it's so important that we stop and reflect and look at the things that we are doing. And so basically, designing our career and designing and having an intention and an intentional career about where we want to go. And every single 90 days, you reevaluate if this is bringing you closer to your North Star or not. And it works time and time again. So, what I've done is like everything that I've been doing, I created a free planner, and I will put a link in the comments if I can find it. A free 90-day, the Empowered Leader Planner, which so far I shared with a lot of people, and oh my God, the feedback has been phenomenal. So the free Empowered Leader Planner has been phenomenal. And so what it does, and I went all in. I did not held back on anything that I was thinking of. And so it's like this is really a work like that has been in my mind to do for a long time. And now it's finally here, and it's absolutely like the feedback that I've received, and I would love your feedback. Download it for free, and then actually like send me an email if something is missing. So what the planner does is increases your awareness. So for 90 days, so increases your awareness, gives you clarity, gives you focus for those 90 days, because you best to pick one focus, and then actually like find opportunities to work towards that focus. And so most of my clients, and if this is you, you're going to love this planner. So most of my clients, they are stuck in the tactical, the reactive leadership, and the doing, even though the title that they might have might be a senior leader, a director, whatever it is, they might still be stuck in the doing, in the tactical work, in the reactive work. And it's making that shift and helping you make that shift, rather than staying stuck in the tactical, reactive, and the doing work and the doing leadership, to more of that strategic and executive leadership. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to climb the corporate ladder. This doesn't mean that you have to be the next CEO in life. This doesn't mean that like that you want to have world domination, but it means that you are ready to increase the impact that you're making. So this could be climbing the corporate ladder, but this also could be like just increasing your influence that you have over the project, because now you have like 10, 12, 15, 20, 25 years experience, and you want to be in a different space. You are not like there to be average. You are not there to be like just a clog in a wheel. You are there to step up and stand out. But like to do that, we need to start doing things different. We need to start making changes to how we approach things. And this planner will help you do those. And so it will empower you. And that's why it's called the Empowered Leader Planner. It will empower you to make those shifts. And there's no better gift than you can give yourself. And your future you will be so thankful that you took the time, and it doesn't take time long to actually fill in the start and then actually just keep on actioning it, because a plan without action is nothing. So you need to implement and take action on it. But once you do, magic will happen. Because once we start doing things different and becoming more intentional, we will create exactly what it is that we want. And so, and the power is in that. The power is in you. And it's you creating this that makes all that change. Now, once you have downloaded the free planner, which is amazing on itself, you will be able to join me for a workshop that I'm running, a live workshop in January. It's the first of its kind. So if you want to join me for that, it's going to be amazing in terms of really getting things done and setting you up for success. So I'm planning to do those workshops regularly. So it's not that you do one time and it drops off and people don't know what to do. It's like something that you do consistently and get the results. Like, imagine if you set out at the start of the year, in the start January 2023, what you want to achieve. And you think like, okay, in 12 months time, if I'm there, wow, my mind will be blown. And think about how empowered you will feel to be able to constantly make changes to get closer to that goal, closer and closer and closer. And by the end of in December, this time next year, that you text me and you say like, Caroline, wow, I cannot believe where I am at the moment in my career. This is what I want for you. This is my mission. Let's make 2023 the best year that you've had in your career. Blow your own mind and see what you can do, and start really going through this and reach your full potential. So again, I will pop the link in the comments. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And if we are not connected and you come randomly across this video, like, connect with me on LinkedIn. It's my preferred platform to actually connect with like-minded people. And if you know somebody that needs to hear this message, share this video, like, share the resource, the free planner. Like, the more people I can actually help transforming their career, the more like I'm on my mission, so, and on my purpose. So don't hesitate to do that, and I hope to talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.